Whakalofa lahi atu, boys. I am blessed to be given the opportunity to review a non-fiction book called Mana of the Pacific, Wisdom from Across Oceania by Fijian scholar Dr. Apisalome Movono and Professor Regina Scavens, both academics at Massey University. This book is a collection of many renowned quotes reflecting the collective words of wisdom of the Pacific, provided in the many languages of the Pacific. In the book, the quotes are complemented by the use of a beautiful collection of images and pictures which reinforce and further illuminate the rich meanings of each one. If one examines the pages of the book closely, the images used are not precisely linked to the country where the quotes are derived. However, this was done on purpose because it showcases that Pacific Islands share many commonalities such as cultural practices, protocols, and cultural values and beliefs. The quotes selected were gifted by the leaders of the Pacific community, and they represent the collective wisdom and rich cultural capital of Pacific communities. Many of these use similes and metaphors to convey words of wisdom, guidance, and counsel, and in many cases, the English translation may not fully capture the full context and deep meaning of the local language used. The quotes of this book were sectioned into 8 chapters: kinship and culture, land and spirituality, wisdom, leadership, preparedness, diligence, perseverance, and communal solidarity. These themes reflect the essence of being Pacifica and also highlight topical issues impacting on each island nation, including responses taken to address these issues by Pacific people. However, today I will share only a few quotes from 3 of the chapters: leadership, preparedness, and perseverance, which are absolutely important for us to reflect on as we continue to negotiate through the difficult times of COVID. Firstly, leadership. In this chapter, it focuses on leadership quotes from Pacific leaders. For the Cook Islands, ka tomo te waka I te atu angangaru, kare ra te rangatira tira tira tau e maremo. This is translated as, the canoe might sink in the breaking wave, but the wise navigator will not drown. This means that a good leader stays focused and makes wise decisions even during challenging times. This quote, and many more in this chapter, shows the many aspects of leadership in which we can all use to help build our character and leadership capacity. Secondly, preparedness. The quotes in this chapter highlights the essence of preparedness ahead of time and its importance for Pacific peoples. In Fiji, mate o valendua, bula o valerua. Having 2 gardens is better than 1. If one dies, the other lives to feed us. It is valuable to have diverse activities rather than placing all your eggs in one basket. This is not only an important quote for our Pacific Islanders, but for everyone today. Quotes in this chapter offer important life lessons on being prepared for everything we do in life. Thirdly, perseverance. In this chapter, it shares quotes of how to persevere through hardship. One quote I chose is from Tonga, Lucia ki taulanga. Through weather worn, the boat sails right into the harbour. Even when facing many obstacles, be determined to press on to your destination. As we continue to battle through the storms of COVID-19, it is paramount that we persevere. All these quotes provide a glimpse of only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the collective wisdom and values of our Pacific people. Backstory: I was privileged to actually participate in the actual launch of this book, which was held at Massey University in 2021. The authors and contributors shared the many inspiring words behind the motivation of this book. For too long, Indigenous peoples of the Pacific have been made to feel that their cultures were backwards and traditions outdated. However, this book highlights the value of our Pacific customs. During the book launch, I was invited to share a quote that best fit the celebration of this book. So I chose a Niuean quote: "Ua tuhi tuhi mai, kai o mai ke ngā hoa au loa. Stop pointing, come and work together." I chose that quote because this book is a collective success realized through the help of many people. This book provides motivation and inspiration and can encourage our Pacific people to uphold and value our culture and customs. It is also useful for non-Pacifica audiences to learn about the Pacifica way of life. It may not be a long read, however, it is a read worth reflecting on and analyzing. I recommend reading a quote each day because it will certainly help you build a better sense of resilience, motivation, and hauora. This book is a great way to understand and connect with our cultural traditions and also learn some of the subtle differences and similarities of Pacific cultures and the many other diverse cultures of the world. Thank you.